All right, it is day one of the U.S. Open, and as athletes from around the world compete for the championship, we remember one of the greatest players in the sport's history, Arthur Ashe. Not only does he have a stadium named after him, he also founded New York Junior Tennis League.
And while the nonprofit's name has since changed, the mission remains the same, helping kids develop skills and character through tennis. And joining us tonight is Ahsha Rolle. She's a pro tennis player and director of tennis at New York Junior Tennis and Learning Center. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Thank you.
So it says it a little bit in the title, but just tell us a little bit about the program. What's your aim?
Yeah, so definitely there's three sectors to our organization. We have an ACES after school program where we have resources for the kids, all sorts of activities, tennis of course. Then we have our community tennis programs. We're in all 5 boroughs, by the way. Community tennis, we're kind of in your local parks, and we give them free tennis there. And then we have the Cary Leeds Center. It's in the heart of the South Bronx. We have commercial offerings, and we also have community offerings there. So we have kind of something for everyone.
And you're introducing tennis. It's a great sport to kids who otherwise might not have access to it. So talk about that, picking up a racket, and what is it about tennis that just draws people in?
Yeah, well, tennis teaches you so many life skills and life directions, right? You teach them discipline, you teach them work ethic, resilience, hard work, and sometimes it's just a safe place for them to come to play tennis. The Cary Leeds Center is there, and we have sites all over New York.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about watching tennis, admittedly I'm horrific at it, so I come at it from a spectator standpoint, is the sportsmanship, though. It's the way that the players react, and to your point, I feel like that really does carry over into life.
Yeah, it kind of teaches them how to be good people, you know.
Yeah.
You have to call your own lines, so you have to be honest. So it kind of takes them through those steps of how do I develop and be a good person.
And you got to shake hands at the end of it.
You do.
Whatever the problem.
Win or lose, you got to shake.
You have to be good. And you actually made it to the 3rd round of the U.S. Open one year. So, you know, you're incredible. You're at one point number 82 ranked in the world. And this year, the U.S. Open is quite pivotal. 50 years in equal pay and prize money. And the U.S. Open was very, was a pioneer in doing that. The first Grand Slam tournament to do that. So what do you want kids to take away this year?
Yeah, I think we're all created equal. Right? So why not be paid the same? You know, that's a big thing for us. Billie Jean was a pioneer in that equal pay, so we thank her for that. But it's important. We all work hard. We all put our lives into the sport. So being able to, you know, be paid evenly and equally is important.
Pay is one aspect of it, but the sport itself is just so expensive for people to get involved in. And to go pro, I don't need to tell you. I mean, to go pro, the cost is astronomical.
It is. That's why, you know, Junior Tennis and Learning is so important. We have so many free resources. We actually support 90,000 kids around all 5 boroughs of New York through our different programs I mentioned before. So that kind of helps ease the burden of the cost of the sport. So it's important.
Yeah, and another big issue that we've seen emerged after the pandemic was mental health. And that's something that this program is also focusing on with the kids too.
It is. We have social work services. You know, it's kind of, you have to meet the kids where they are. Sometimes they may be hungry, so we have to provide them with food. Sometimes they may need some support there, so we give them social services to help with the mental health aspect. So it's kind of like a holistic approach that we look at when we, you know, take care of our young people.
Yeah. Before we go, who are you most looking forward to seeing at the Open?
I'm looking forward to seeing Jen Brady. She actually won her first round, and one of our coaches at the Cary Leeds Center, Shanae Perry, is her coach this year at the U.S. Open. So everybody cheer for Jen Brady. I'm also looking forward to seeing Chris Eubanks. He actually came to our Cary Leeds Center in December and ran some clinics for our kids. So we're definitely cheering on Chris Eubanks, and of course Tiafoe. He had a great run last year, semifinals, so we want to see him go deep again.
Amazing. All right. Well, we really appreciate you stopping by, and I mean, tennis changed my life, and so I know it's doing great work through your program too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe you can teach me how to play.
Let's do it.
I can do it.
Thank you. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.